Sales don't have to feel pushy, awkward, or exhausting. In this training, I'm breaking down the seamless sales process that scales your income well beyond those 30K months. Because whether you like it or not, if you want to scale your business, you must master sales. And let's be honest, for most of you, sales feels a little bit icky. You don't want to do it. I certainly didn't want to do it in the beginning either. You don't want to pressure or chase or follow up. You don't want to sound like every other coach out there who is spamming DMs or convincing people into things that they don't actually want. And yet you know that you need sales to grow your business, because without sales, you don't have clients. And without clients, you don't have income or impact. And without income or impact, you're not living your purpose. You don't have a business. You just have an expensive hobby and a time-consuming one for that matter as well, right? So today I want to walk you through the seamless sales process that I've developed that's made me millions of dollars, and it's the exact approach that has helped, my clients scale to 30K months and beyond that, without sending cold DMs, endless follow-ups, or compromising your values either. So let me guess, you're spending hours on long, draining sales calls only to hear, "I'll think about it," and then you never hear from them again. You're battling endless objections, trying to convince people why they should work with you, or at least it feels that way anyways. And you're following up again and again and again, and you're hearing crickets. Or maybe you're avoiding sales altogether, secretly hoping that the right clients will just find you and reach out to you and ask to buy. And if that's really your reality, no wonder sales is feeling really exhausting, because you've been taught the burnout way. So let me instead share with you the spacious way. When you have a seamless sales process, selling actually feels quite effortless. It feels aligned, and it feels like a natural extension of the relationship that you've already built with someone, because we are in the service-based industry. So it's important that we're building relationships, and we want to make sure that we're only working with ideal clients, and positioning yourself as an expert in your field, having really strong branding, and also having a strategy that means that you don't have to just settle for people that you don't want to work with is going to be really, really key. So here's what makes this sales process really seamless. You have a no-brainer offer that actually does 80% of the selling for you. If your offer is truly that good, people are going to feel silly saying no to you. You also know how to sell via chat, whether that's having authentic conversations in the DMs, sales calls, or emails, or sales pages that feel really genuine instead of forced. And you have the retention builder in place so that clients stay for longer, get amazing results, and refer others, meaning you don't always need new clients to keep scaling. I've had some clients that have worked with me for 3 or 4 years, which is almost the entire duration I've been in business, because when you do very, very well at what you do and you support your clients to generate incredible results, they're going to keep working with you, especially if you've designed your offers in a way where they can. Now, when these 3 things are in place, the retention builder, the sell via chat, and the no-brainer offer, sales don't just happen every now and again. They will happen really consistently, and you'll stop having to hustle for every sale, and instead it will just flow really naturally. I don't need to follow a sales call script and metaphors to handle objections. I'm having a conversation because I have a framework. I'm educated on sales and what that truly is, and I'm focused on building a genuine relationship, right? And also, sales don't just benefit you. They have the power to change your clients' lives too, whether they make a decision to work with you or not. For example, I recently had a sales call with a dream potential client who came to me, and she was quite fearful and resistant, if I'm being honest. She had written that in her call booking answers that she wasn't in a position to invest, and it was one of the first things that she said to me on the call, was that she wasn't planning on buying anything for at least 4 months. But by the end of this short conversation, we had built such a genuine connection and honestly a friendship. I was like, wow, either way, I would love to be friends with her. And by the end of the conversation, she had such a strong belief and felt so safe that I could help her, that not only did she sign up for my program that very day, but she actually went straight to my highest level package. Then that very day, she referred her best friend, who then joined the same program without even needing a sales call the very next day. all because of the power of that one sales call, which if I hadn't done that, it wouldn't have given her the safety to actually trust someone to help her grow her business because she really needed it. And she wouldn't have felt, so happy and excited, and she wouldn't have referred her friend if that was the case. This client literally hadn't even started working with me yet. She had just joined, but the transformation she experienced on that call alone was so profound that she felt compelled to share it with someone she cares about deeply. That is the real power of a seamless sales process. It didn't just create revenue, it creates impact, belief, and transformation. And I kid you not, she has messaged me almost every single day since we've started working together saying, I'm so grateful I found you. I'm so grateful I found you. I'm so grateful. You were sent to me from God. This is literally what she's saying. She's so happy and thankful, all because she experienced a seamless process on a sales call for once, instead of being let down and under-promised to, under-delivered to and over-promised to, should I say. So let me give you another example from my business. Recently, I had another dream client. She actually found me from one of my podcast episode clips on Instagram, one of my reels, and she watched the reel, and she actually messaged me because she had checked out my bio and saw that I had the $44 workshop she could purchase, and she asked if that was still available. She purchased it. She then messaged me saying this is the best $44 I've ever spent, and she ended up going on to make $67,000 in sales from implementing what I taught in that paid workshop. And within a week, she then signed up into my highest tier program, paying in full for an entire year with me, right? No sales call required, no objections, no chasing, just a natural aligned conversation in the DMs, because my process was designed to attract and convert really seamlessly. Now, these examples I've shared with you are not just once-off situations. This happens to me all of the time, which is why I do not exaggerate when I say it is a seamless sales process. It is actually so fun to sell, because I know not only do I benefit, but so does the client, because their life changes because they get the right support and the right approach, which is required to get the result that they want, right? This happens all of the time. And so when you have a seamless sales process, it just is converting people on repeat. Now, we need to have a no-brainer offer. So if you want to have sales feel seamless, your offer needs to do the heavy lifting, right? If you have a really bad offer, it's going to be really hard to sell, okay? So a no-brainer offer has a really clear, specific, and emotionally compelling outcome. It solves a painful problem with a tangible result, and it's structured in a way that feels irresistible, okay? The sell via chat method. We need to have this so that you know how to sell in a variety of different ways. So whether you're on a plane or in a boat or on the couch or in bed, you have different ways that you can be selling, whether it's voice messages, emails, DMs, or sales calls. You want to have a variety of different ways to support the lifestyle that you're currently in, or the season that you're in life, right? And then the retention builder, right? This is how we're actually going to be keeping the clients that we've got, which makes sales, again, more seamless, right? Now, I've seen this play out again and again for my clients. One of my clients named Sophie, she actually scaled to consistent 50K months by mastering the sell via chat method. She actually doesn't do sales calls. She just sells in the DMs, and she is just killing it because she has the psychology and the framework of actually how to have intentional and strategic conversations with people that feel really easy and natural. One of my other clients, Alana, she is a career coach who used to hate selling with a passion, just like I did when I first started. But once we created her no-brainer offer and simplified her sales process, she actually signed $18,000 in new clients within just 3 weeks after months of barely signing anyone. And then there's Jasmine, who was signing clients but constantly starting over each month. She had built a retention strategy into her business, which then doubled her client lifetime value and started earning consistent $28,000 months with more stability than ever before. This, my friends, is a seamless sales process. Now, you might be thinking, but Sophia, I really still hate selling and I really don't want to sound pushy. Here's the truth. Seamless sales isn't about pushing. It's about positioning. And when you have the right offer and the right strategy and the right systems, sales is the easy part. And that's why it feels so effortless. You've just got to nail the other things. So to recap, The seamless sales process that scales your income beyond 30K months comes down to 3 things: having a no-brainer offer, implementing the sell via chat method, and having the retention builder in place. And when you have these things in place, you'll stop dreading sales, you'll start enjoying them, and you'll realize that sales isn't about working harder and convincing people. It's just about creating, the most aligned, clear next step for people to take. So if you're ready to make your sales seamless, and if you're tired of chasing and convincing, and you want to scale beyond 30K months in a way that truly feels aligned, I would love to support you. Book a free roadmap call with me with the link below, and on this call, we will audit your current sales process. I will see where the gaps are within your no-brainer offer, and we'll map out a real plan so that your sales can actually start to flow naturally in your business. Link is below. I would love to connect with you.